Hello friends, hello, welcome on in. Come on into the craft studio. My name is Susan and this is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs by Sue. I'm so glad you're here with me. I'm so glad to be here with you on the craft table doing a craft project with some really cool cutouts today. So welcome in, happy Monday. How is your Monday going? I hope it's going great. It is a beautiful sunny Monday here in North Carolina where I live. 79 degrees, so it's actually supposed to get in the low 80s today. It's gonna be a little warm, but it's beautiful and sunny, and I'm not gonna complain because it's not raining and gloomy. So anyway, welcome into the craft room. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs by Sue. And I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. I love to come on and share DIY projects with you, upcycle projects with you, whatever I can do to get creative and share my love of creating with you. So today we are actually going to use some pumpkin cutouts, and we're going to use them for fall theme, not for Halloween this time. Not this time. We could do this exact same thing for Halloween, just so you know. I wanted to let you know earlier today, I don't know if you saw it or not, but if you follow my page, you'll notice that there was a flash sale that was announced this morning. I just found out about it this morning too, and I passed that information along to you guys as soon as I found out. And it is on select cutouts. I think I counted, it was 8 of them. I think it was 8 different cutouts that we have, and all of them are ones that we have existing transfers for right now. So they have coordinating transfers. Usually our cutouts, when they come out, we come out with a transfer that will go with them perfectly. Now you can certainly use them in different ways and think outside the box with them, but they come in they're able to be purchased with a coordinating transfer is what I'm trying to say. And that way the guesswork is completely out of it for you guys, and it's an easy project for you to get your hands on. So I did include that this morning on the link, and the way that works is all you have to do is add whichever cutout. Maybe you have more than one. Maybe you want pumpkins and you want leaves, or maybe you want the houses and you want pumpkins, or maybe you want the deer and snowflakes. Maybe you're already thinking forward to Christmas and winter time. So what else? We have stars, we have Christmas star cutout patterns. It doesn't have to be just like 4th of July. We have, what else was it, guys? Oh my gosh. Oh, the jars, the mason jars, my favorite. You guys know how we just did that project last week with the mason jars. We have those. Gosh, I can't think of what else. I know there was like 8 of them. I know I'm forgetting something. But anyway, if you buy one of that cutout, one of whatever type cutout you get, you will get a second set of them free. So you only have to put one in your cart, and automatically it will generate the second one for free. So if you're interested, go check that out. I did include a link in the post, so it's super easy, and it is only the cutouts that are listed in my specials section on my website. So not just under surfaces and looking for cutouts, but it's in the specials section, the second page of the specials section. You will find them. So if you ever have any problems with that or need help, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'll be glad to help you with that. So let's go ahead and get started, because I have, I'm still kind of working. We're gonna be crafting on the fly, you guys. You know how I work. You know how I work. Before I get that started, I am gonna go ahead and open my pack. This is how they come, packaged with a nice piece of cardboard that I told you I always keep. And then all in here like this, they're shrink wrapped, and then there's a label on it that tells you how to use your surface. Now these are a one-time surface one-time use unless you sand it down and reuse it. But it will tell you that on there as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and start opening these up, and while I am gonna pull up my video, and I am going to sprinkle this, which is just a S-H-A-R-E, which is that little arrow on the bottom of your of the video, in case you're wondering. If you would sprinkle that out to a friend or to a group, I would so appreciate it. And then let me know you sprinkled so that you can be entered in my month-end drawing, which is Friday, you guys. Friday is the 30th. I cannot believe it. But I am going to sprinkle this right now to my VIP group, which is just my private crafting group that is free. It's just a place I give tips, tricks, insider information, that type of stuff. I did include the link on there for that today as well. So you could just click on that if you want to join. If you're not joined, I do special sales in there as well. I'm getting ready to put together for this week a bundle sale. I've been trying to work on it over the weekend, a bundle sale, and then I've also done transfer sale in there. But I can only do those in my VIP group. So if you're interested, make sure you join. And then lastly, the keyword for today's project is pumpkins. If you want to know all of the supplies that I used today for today's projects, then comment pumpkins. That's what we've always called our kids, pumpkin, and I will send you a link with all of the information, and then you can add or subtract to it however you want. But all right, guys, so let's get started. Let's see here. I got to do one more thing, and I'm hearing somebody mowing. I hope it's not my lawn, guys. They were supposed to be here last week, and the yard isn't ready for them this week, so I just don't know where they are. Okay, so let me just do this real quick. Get this done and out of the way. How's your Monday going, guys? Mine has been rocky. Mine's been a little rocky so far. But the good news is I'm on here early. I actually originally sat down, had what I needed to get done, and I was like, I'm going to go on before noon. I thought I was going to be on here before noon today, you guys. That would have been, it might have snowed. I'm not sure. But then as soon as I sat down to just gather a couple things, that's when I found out, no, that's not what I wanted. I'm not looking at the right place. That is when where's my, there we are. I'm going to delete some so that comes up higher. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself, y'all. I got ready to come on before noon, and I was like, I'm going to give it a try. I've not ever come on before noon. I'm going to give it a try and see if I can do it. I was so determined and get my other stuff done later. And then I sat down, and that's when I found out about the flash sale, and I had to do some stuff regarding that. And then one thing led to another, and then here I am. But at least it's earlier than normal. All right, let's see. I got to copy this and then get off of that screen. Oh, there I am. And put this in the comments. All right. But I will be doing that drawing this Friday, you guys, so make sure you get in. I would love to have you there. Okay. All right, all done with my business work. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Now, before we get started, you guys, just in case you're curious, so these are the pumpkin cutouts. These are what our cutouts are. They are nice, solid chunks of wood, and they're already come with this whitewash. I love this green. A whitewash already on it, ready to go. And then all you have to do is either sand it down a little bit or wax it some before you put your surface on it. But just to give you a couple ideas, I don't have access to every one of them right now because I think I have some of my stuff put away. But some of the other items that are on the cutout sale, so the jar, the mason jar, is on special. The deer cutouts are on special. I did them last winter. I have not done the other side, which is Christmas. Well, I'll be doing that this year. But we also have another pattern that is completely, that is actually not Christmas. I'm gonna get us another set so that I can do it for just kind of for fall. But as you can see, there's another one. It's called Winter Deer Patterns, but I like it. I think I could put it out for fall. I think it would be really nice. Like I was saying, in that camel color, I think would be a good fit for it. But there's the deer cutouts. We also have the, so the jar, the deer, the house ones. I haven't done our project yet. We're going to be using those for our, we're going to be using the house cutouts for our haunted house, and then we're going to use them for our Christmas village. Our leaf cutouts. So those are the 2 leaves and then 1 acorn cutouts. That's also included in the special. Gosh, what was the other items? Oh my gosh, this is going to kill me that I cannot remember, y'all. Let me see. Because I want to, if I have them, I wanted to show you guys what they look like. Okay, let me see. Let me see, because I tried to include them all. Okay, the pumpkin, the house, the jar, the leaves, the deer, the snowflake I don't have. The stars are put away. Oh, and Christmas trees. So trees, which can actually be used for other purposes as well, but they are meant to be Christmas trees, and they have a coordinating transfer as well. So if you see one of those cutouts and you say, oh, I really like that, or if you look at the picture that I posted and you're like, wow, that is beautiful, because that is a new deer transfer that you're seeing on the picture. If you look at the picture, I do not have that one yet. That is a brand new one, and that is absolutely beautiful. And I love the colors that they chose for that. I'm not sure what color that is. I'd have to find out, but it is beautiful. But if you see that, I can always help you find the coordinating transfer. So for today, with our pumpkins, our coordinating transfer that we are going to use, remember, we save this. We save it, we save it, we save it. Always save it. The coordinating transfer that we're going to use for today is our Henna Pumpkins. So it's a Henna Pumpkin design. And when I saw this at the convention, I fell in love. It is so beautiful, you guys. Okay, I'm going to take it out. This is what we call our C size transfer, which, oh, I have the dimensions somewhere. I think it's like 12 by 18. Let's see. I guess I could check it on here. 18, yep, 12 by 18. And so it's a pretty big size transfer, but look at all, you get 4 different designs on there. And it makes a gorgeous image, you guys. So it's just a matter of choosing how we want that to look. So that's the part that I'm kind of going to need some help with, because you guys know that choosing the colors isn't, I love so many colors that I want to do them all. So sometimes it's hard, but I am going to coordinate this with my fall decor, which I'm in the process of trying to get out. So I know that I need these 2 colors. I know it's not very traditional, but I do teal in my home. I need these 2 colors, which is rust and couture teal, but I might also need some tide, and storm is really a nice neutral color. I have a lot of grays in my house, so I was thinking that was a neutral one. If I decide I want to do a background on one, or if I wanted to do the foreground with one, I could. And then I also love these colors, the eucalyptus and the shimmer harvest. So I'm not exactly sure what we're doing on which one, but we're going to go for it. We're just going to get going and see what we want, what we end up doing. And as you'll notice on the smaller one right here, it has 2 designs. The other ones only have 1 design, but you can make it look different just by changing colors. So if you wanted to do one side, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, I'm like, well, Susan, you can always do one side in one and then wait and do the other side another. So you could always do the bigger ones in 2 different color palettes. You could do on one side and then on the other side in another color palette, and that would be perfectly fine, and then you'd have variety. And if you wanted to do it in like orange and black, you could even use these for Halloween. This almost reminds me, it's not, but it does resemble or remind me of the Day of the Dead, all that decor, because you've got all these beautiful intricate designs, and you really could use a couple colors on here. We might even do that. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm undecided right now, so we're just going to kind of hopefully work through it. But then with the small one, you have 2 designs, so you could do one on one side and one on the other. Okay, so I think for today we might just use this design for the small one, and we're going to save this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, because especially since I'm undecided on what I'm doing, we need to get going. And then I always mark the front and back of my transfer. Because these are reusable silk screen transfers. And I want to make sure when I put it back on my backer sheet after I've washed it and dried it that I put it on there right. So that's large. All right, all done with that. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy scissors, transfer scissors. And what I'm thinking right now is the little, actually, let me start from the middle. The little pumpkin, the littlest pumpkin. Isn't there a storybook called The Littlest Pumpkin? I think so. I think I even have one. I just haven't pulled those out yet. The littlest one, I think I'm going to use in my dining room area. So I'm considering either the dining room or the foyer. I haven't decided. So I'm thinking about the eucalyptus color. And actually in there, it's kind of like an ocean mist and a eucalyptus color in there. I actually went yesterday. I had a coupon for my birthday from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it or if you have one near you, called the At Home Store. Gosh, these bangs today. I don't know. I'm still getting used to bangs. The At Home Store. I had a coupon in there. So I have not been since the spring. I only get there like every 6 months or so, which is probably a good thing. I had a coupon there that was going to expire yesterday. So I ran up there yesterday and I found some goodies, of course. And what was the point of that? I was going to tell you something about the At Home Store. And now I have forgotten already. But I got to see, you know, what the trends are. It's always nice for me to go to stores for that particular reason, just to see what are the trends, what's looking like, you know, people are decorating with this year so that I can either mimic it. But I'm telling you, Chocolate Tour is so on trend. They always know they have classic and timeless stuff, but then they also have whatever is like showing a lot of dominance in the decorating arena. And I noticed several things there that were very similar to items that I have right here that I can make myself. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But sometimes it also inspires me and gives me ideas of projects that I could do myself. These would also be lovely, you guys. I have another idea for this transfer. You know, these are meant to go with the cutouts, but that doesn't mean you have to use them on the cutouts. You can use them on any other surface that you want. And I actually am thinking of using the henna pattern, maybe even just this part or this one, on a tray, on a, my allergies are crazy today, you guys. They're crazy. My eye is watering like crazy today. It's because it keeps going back and forth, the weather. We're back up to 80 again, in the 80s. On a, what do I want to call it? A riser. That's what I wanted to say. You could do it on a tray or on like a cutting board, but I want to do it on a riser. Oh my goodness, I cannot get this one up. And this is the one I need. Come on. It's just one of those days. Oh, my little buddy did not want to go to school this morning. He pitched a fit with his daddy. He did not cooperate. Oh my goodness, it wasn't a good morning. He's done really well, and I kind of expected it last week, one of the days when he was tired. Even though he only went to school. Let's see. He only went to school 3 days last week. I think that was the hard part. I think once he gets in the groove and he's actually going there he's only gone 1 week where he went every day. But I kind of expected it before, so I was surprised. But it came this morning. And boy, he was in a mood and he wasn't getting out of it either. I think having 3 days home was not a good thing. I was thinking there was something about the At Home Store I wanted to tell you guys though, and now I can't remember what it was. I cannot remember what it was. Now I love the look of this like type pattern also, like when you get the woods that are, I don't have any up here. Well, I do have something similar, but when they take the wood, the natural color wood, and then they do something like this, like a pattern like this. I love, oh my goodness, I've had a lot of dust on it. I love when they do that on the woods, or almost like on a bleached wood. I love that look too. All right, so let's work on this little guy first. And I think we're going to use this side. As you can see, the grains might look a little different on each side, and that is perfectly fine. And we are just going to, you know what, maybe we will. I'm going to sand it just a little bit. Or maybe I will paint it. Should we paint it? I'm just going to sand it just a little bit. Nice and smooth. Because it's a wood surface and we want our transfer to lay nicely and flat. And it doesn't always do that because it's wood. This would also look cool like distressed on the edges. So we might do that after the fact. But I'm wondering if I use the eucalyptus and the ocean mist, because it's just a hint of blue on this one, and then that would work in with my dining room or a foyer decor. So we could just paint this with the blue background and then chalk it with that. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that. Of course, I have no paintbrushes. I do have two. That's not true. All right, so I'm doing this on the fly, you guys. We're just, let's see. I think I'll scoop a little out into a paint tray. We're crafting on the fly. Come along with me. Let's craft on the fly. It shouldn't take very much. We will need to make sure it's dry. I don't even think it's going to take that much. Oh my gosh, did you guys see? That was me trying to use a tool that is not designed. That is not, and I forgot to grab a wipe. Let me see. That is not designed. If it got on me, I'm not worried about it because it's just chalk. It's just wet chalk, but it's not designed to try to scrape the edges. All right, Monday, that's about enough out of you. That's about enough out of you. Oh my goodness, it definitely went. You see all that? Well, we might not need our tray then. We'll just make it work from there. Okay then. It's gonna be moody like that. It's being moody like my grandson was. Okay. See, it's just chalk. It's just chalk. Now, I have my little spray bottle here, and my spray bottle has distilled water in it because when you're messing with your paints, you only want to use distilled water. What was I getting ready to get? I was going to get something. I don't know. We'll move it here. Oh gosh, I got a big, look at all that chalk paste I just wasted. Got a big glob on there too. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am just going to spray some water right on my little pumpkin. I didn't want to put chalk paste over there. And we will paint. We'll use that to help us smooth out our chalk paste. So you can use our chalk paste as paint, which is what I'm doing today. And I use distilled water that way if I wanted to put, I still wouldn't mind distressing it, but I don't know, maybe this one won't be the distressed one. We'll see. I might distress it at the end, just to add a little character to it. This just helps smooth out the paste. You could put it as thin or as thick as you wanted. Came on pretty thick this time because I splurted so much out. Is that a word? Splurted? I don't know what I did. I don't know what that was. I really don't. So see, I have extra. I can stick it back in there because I used my distilled water, so I won't contaminate my chalk. All right then. Alrighty then. I am actually going to spray some in there because it's been a while since I've used that, and I want to moisten that up. I can see some smudges. Like I want it smooth if I can. I wish I could remember what I was going to tell you guys about the at-home store. Other than it's fabulous. Let's use a little bit of... Let's use a little bit of something right up here on the stem. I'm going to use a little tiny bit gold, shimmer gold, because I do have some goldish tones in. I really want a small paintbrush. Hang on, guys. Let me grab a small paintbrush. I'm going to grab a couple in case I decide to do anything else on the fly. Just going to take a little bit out and just kind of brush it here. I kind of want it very opaque. No, what is it? Translucent. No, not transparent, translucent, right? Just like a hint of it. Okay. I'll leave that over there. Who knows? I might do that on some of the other ones too. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so we'll let that sit aside and dry because I want to think about, we'll let that dry a little bit on its own since we're going to do something on these too. So what are we going to do on these? What are we going to do on these? Let's just sand that just a little. And I'm doing it over here just so I don't get dust all over my work area. All right, so this is the part that's hard for me. So this one's going to go in the either the breakfast nook, in the dining room or the foyer once we put the image on it. So I'm just letting that set aside. We're going to let that paste cure. But these two are going to go on my mantle because I have an idea for my mantle this year that I haven't done before. And in that room, I have more of the teals and I have the orange, I have the teal. What other color do I have in there? I probably have some green, but I'm not going to pull any green in. But I also have gray as, I'm just trying to decide if I want to do tide or, gosh, this is hard for me. Let me think. So we're going to do this one. All right, while I'm thinking, I'm going to sand this one too. Again, just pick whichever side you want. It doesn't matter. I just lightly sand it with a sanding block. I get these at the dollar store. You can get them at the home stores, you know, like Lowe's. You can get them at Walmart. But they do have them at the dollar store too. All right, so we're going to put these images on here. So with this one, as you can see, it has a lot of white. That means whatever color I choose, it's going to be a lot of on that one. So I could actually do them opposites. I could paint the background of this orange and then do the top that, or I could leave them both white and just do one in orange and one in teal. I'm thinking I might do it like that. What do you guys think? Let me know in comments whether you think I should paint the background or leave it white and then do the top colors. The other option is doing the background in gray. Now this one, if I painted it, only a little bit of the orange would come through. I could also, like I said, do the background in gray. And I'll tell you, I have gray all in my house, so that's part of my thought process, but then I also have these beautiful beads, and look at this. Even in these beads, these are very fall themed. It's a fall themed beads. I actually have gray in there. It has a storm, almost a storm colored gray, and that's why I was thinking, ooh, well, I have gray all in my house. But my built-ins are white, so. Either one I think would look fabulous. I don't know. I guess in the interest of time, we'll just keep it, we'll keep it basic. We'll keep it basic. All right, I will, I sanded that down, so I should be fine on that. I believe I'll be fine on that. I am gonna fuzz it, but I'm not gonna wax it. So let me go ahead and pull this transfer off and use my fuzzing cloth. Sorry guys, I have a hard time thinking through some of this sometimes. I have a general idea when I come on, but I don't always have it all planned out. Okay, so I am just fuzzing this, which just means it's really sticky, but I want to make it a little less sticky so that when I go to pull it off the design, off the surface, that it doesn't try to pull. All right, I have to turn this around, you guys, so it doesn't pull. I'm telling you guys, when you see this, you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I just had a thought. No, I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Do I need to have my pumpkin facing the other way because of the, ooh, I might, because of my little doodad. There's a little pumpkin stem on there, and it's going the other direction. Okay, then. Yeah, okay. So we're going to use, that makes a difference. So pay attention to that, you guys. I wasn't paying attention that time. Oh, I hope I did it right this one. So as you notice, I forgot, to be honest with you. I did it last year and I forgot. The pumpkin stems go a certain direction. So it is double-sided, but look, depends on which way you have it. The other one, that one didn't have it right. This one, I don't have it right either. I'm gonna have to turn it around and do this side. This one, I think I got lucky with. I think I got lucky with that one. I'm okay. I'm okay. Woo, okay. But this one we're gonna have to do that side too. That's all right. We'll need them both sanded anyway. If you're joining me for the first time, be sure to hit that heart button and tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to know. My philosophy is, and my my philosophy is it's much more fun to craft with friends. So you're my friends, and that's what I love. Oh, okay, I don't know what's going on. Now I'm getting a text. I told him I was doing a thing. Hang on a second. Sorry. I just told him I was going to be going on a project before I came in here. Kids. Kids, kids, kids. Okay. Let's try this one more time. We should be all right now. Now, I will tell you right now, I have a little imperfection in my wood here, and it may affect my transfer, but I'm just going to go with it. I think I'll be fine, and it'll just add to the character. So this is the part that's always tricky for me. I have to take my time and concentrate. So bear with me. I apologize for not being able to look up. If you ever have any questions, I always go back and answer them, even after my live. Okay, that wasn't first go. This is always the tricky part. Bear with me, guys. Once this gets done, the project goes super quick. Some people can turn the transfer upside down and put it on that way. I am not one of those. And I really want it to be on to get as much of the design as possible. Getting closer. Oh, I think I got it. Well, I need to go up the tiniest bit. Almost had it 100%. I just need to get the tiniest bit up. There. Let's see. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. It's crooked, I think. Yeah, one of those days where it's like you're trying to get something and you keep doing it and you just get frustrated because you're so close but you can't quite get it. So then you end up getting frustrated. I feel like it's going to be one of those kind of days. Don't let this discourage you guys. It's user error. It's not the transfers. The transfers are fabulous. I think I'm just gonna have to settle. I don't like settling. Have you guys gotten your fall decorations up yet? I'm pretty behind on all of my stuff. As usual, I have more projects than I have time for. I got a yard project I'm trying to get done. I have work stuff. I have the house decorating. And then I have everyday life. Why is it every time I get so close in one way or another and then I'm off? Then I'm off. I mean, that looks pretty right down here to me, so I think we're just gonna have to go with it at the top. So that should be on there better up top though, which makes me think I must have it down to or up too high. Maybe this wasn't the project for a Monday. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm just off just the tiniest bit. Keep being off just the tiniest bit. And you know who's going to notice that once it's up? No one. No one but me. We're going with it, guys. I'm tired of fooling with it. It's close enough. Okay, once I have it where I want it placed, after 15 minutes of trying, once I have it where I want it placed, I just make sure I smooth it down, good contact. And then we're gonna get our rust. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty, so pretty. And I'm gonna use my small size squeegee since I'm doing the whole pumpkin. That's my small, and I'm just going to take it directly from my jar, my creamy dreamy formula. Oh, I got a bump, guys. Of course I do. I have a little piece of something, fuzz or something. Put that right down. And this is going to be done lickety split. So only the white areas is where the rust color is going to show through. This is our new formula. This is our new color. It just came out. So tell me what you've been doing with your day, y'all. Is your Monday going like my Monday is? Or are you having a good Monday, a good start to your week? Oh goodness, I'm just getting it everywhere today. You see how much I'm flicking? Y'all, what is it? And I won't need to do anything to embellish these with, but if I wanted to, say for example, on this rust color one, like I said, my colors, which is what prompted me to start using Chalk Couture, was that I use some untraditional colors sometimes in my decorating. So for example, for Halloween or for fall, I don't just use orange and green. I like to pull in eggplant. I like to have teal because I have teal already in my decor and I like the way orange and teal look together. So Like with this pumpkin, it's got the white background, which is nice. I have white woodwork and I have white built-ins and a white mantle. And then, and you guys will have to tell me, I always take a picture of the project after I've done just on my craft table, but I am more than happy to style it. I used to style all my pictures. I would take it downstairs and I put it wherever I was going to use it to show you guys. But I haven't been doing that, but I can certainly show you exactly how I styled them. If that would be helpful, just let me know in comments. I will be glad to do that. That's what I got started with decorating in my Instagram account, was just to show different ways of decorating. But because I use orange and teal, I could do a little beaded tassel or a little beaded, you know, a little bead. Not necessarily a tassel, but a little bead along with this in the teal so that it will kind of coordinate. And I could just do another one in the rust on the other one, so they kind of coordinate and tie in together. All right, guys, ready? Here's my favorite part. We're going to peel and reveal after I told you that 15 minutes of trying to get my transfer right. All for the less than 2 minutes to do the project. Isn't it awesome? Can you see it? Isn't it awesome, you guys? Look how that looks. I think it would have looked great with the gray background too, but I don't think it would have popped as much. You wouldn't have seen it as well, but it would definitely tie in with my decor too. But look how gorgeous that is. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is about. I love paisley patterns and patterns like this. I mean, it looks like you could even color it. You could do a watercolor. Oh my gosh, would that be fun, you guys? Do it all in black and white and then watercolor. That would be so fun. That would be awesome. I would love that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's one down. Super easy. Now I'll wash those in my sink after I get done with my live. It just takes cold water, and I use a board eraser to clean them. You can use a wet cloth, or not a cloth, a sponge. Okay, so now let's do this one. We'll do this one in the teal. I'm going to go ahead and close my rust up, you guys, and I'm actually going to wipe this off because I'm going to use this again. And even my baby wipe is dry already because I'm taking longer than I thought. I really want that cleaner. I'm going to just reuse this. And this is what you could do if you only have one squeegee. You just use a clean and wipe or a baby wipe to clean your squeegee off. Don't use a baby wipe on your transfers. Don't ever do that. You'll ruin it. Okay, so I'm done with the rust. And I know right now it kind of seems crazy, but you got this colors and then you've got these colors, but this is going to be in a different room. So that's why I'm showing you. You could put these in a set of 3. And I do a lot of times when I am telling you guys about decorating, I always suggest that you work in 3s or odd numbers, because that's generally the rule of thumb for decorating. So this one has a lot of open area, silkscreen area, so I am only going to fuzz it once because I want it to stick really well on those areas. Get that out of the way a little bit so it can dry. You guys can still see it. But you usually stick with odd numbers. I think this one's going to be easier to line up than the other one was. For some reason, that one just gave me a time. Shouldn't have started with that one and gotten frustrated. But usually you stick with odd numbers when you're decorating. So as long as I have 3 things together, or 1 thing together, or 5 things together, 7, 9, whatever, then it's usually pleasing to the eye. Okay, well this one's not going to be exact either. So let's see. I think I would rather it be like that. Let's see. most of it covered. Oh, I don't want that on. I want it to go around the edge a little bit at the bottom. I'm doing this one upside down. Did y'all notice? Thought it was going to be super easy, that I should be able to do that. All right. We're not going to fiddle with it that much. And again, can you imagine this pattern? We could use just this repeating pattern, not worry about the outside shape, but just the pattern on the inside here, the pattern here. We could do that on other projects too. So if I get time and I come up with exactly the right idea, then I would be glad to show you that set. Let's see over here. I'm gonna make sure I smooth it down because I got a lot of silk screen area. I'm just kind of having it grab the sides, and I'll just be real careful since it's bigger. Okay, let's go. This is teal. This is our couture teal. This is our signature color, as you can see. And so it's going to show up a lot, which is what I wanted because I do love it. I've got chalk paste on both sides, so just trying to get it. To the edge. Don't like how that's doing that because I feel like it's going to bubble up. There we go. Now we're getting there. That's better. So tell me, what colors do you guys decorate with? Would you try these colors for fall? I mean, this would look gorgeous in an eggplant color too. Purple, nice deep purple, or even the tide where it's that jeweled tone. I really was thinking I was going to do it in tide, but I wanted to try it in this color, in the teal. The tide is kind of like a darker teal. I've had this teal color since the beginning. No, that's not true. I did have to buy a second one. That's not true at all. But it will last you a long time. If you get the jars, they do last quite a bit. Especially if you use multiple colors like I do. I thought I was going to do something to the stems, but I decided not to on the ones for the living room. And this would work in my living room or my kitchen. It's not the so-so in my breakfast nook. That one's kind of more, a little bit different shade. All right. So I'm not going to use that anymore. All right, guys. Let's do it. I got a big hunk of dried from the lid. You ready? It's hard to hold on to and pull. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Isn't that beautiful? I love it. That may not be for you. That might not be your color scheme. I have seen this in black and white. I've seen it in just the rust. I've actually seen it in pastel kind of colors, like blush. I understand that apparently blush is a big color for decorating even for fall this year. So if that's your scheme, you could do these in, that's your color scheme, you could do these in that as well. Look how beautiful, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, we're gonna set that aside too. Let that dry. We'll save this for another time because I feel like I do want to do something in this color, but we'll save it for another time. And we'll save the Harvest shimmer. I didn't do shimmers on these. I just think they have, other than that, I think they have so much magnificence that they don't even need it. But we definitely, I will be trying this color scheme out, the Tide and the gray, just because I want to see what it looks like. All right, I am going to lightly sand this where I chalked it. And just to make sure it's smoothed out, and I'm gonna kind of distress the edges a little, and those areas where I got chalk paste that I didn't want to. I'm just gonna sand it right off. Doing it over here so it doesn't get on my projects. Just do a little bit around the edges. I might go back and do that on the other ones too. I haven't decided. Just because I like the look. Just wipe that off. Now, because I use chalk paste, oh goodness, you guys. Because I use chalk paste on this, I don't want to pull it off with my transfer. So I am going to put some wax on here. So it'll protect my transfer and will protect my wood surface. It only needs a little. I won't put it on the gold up there because I don't, well, I guess I do. I do need it there too because the transfer went up there. Has a design up there too. So just a little. Still got the, and this surface wax is also available in my shop if you would like to check it out. You don't need a lot, and you want to make sure you buff it in so that it doesn't, if it's too much on there, then your surface, your transfer is not going to stick. So we're going to use this guy. And we're going to wait and do that one on the back. Okay. Not today. We'll do it another time. All right. I am going to fuzz this just a couple times since I waxed and sanded. All right. Let me turn it around. I think it might be time to wash my cloth again. I didn't think I had gotten it that dirty, but it seems to be. Okay, so this one is a little smaller, so I don't have to get it right to the edges. So I need to use my light so I can see where I'm placing it to see if I have about the same amount on both sides. I did find my little light box, you guys. I just haven't used it. I'm going to put that up a tiny bit because my stem Good enough. Looks good. Okay, so I got my transfer on. You can see through the colors. And we're going to use eucalyptus. Squeegee. That's eucalyptus. Isn't that pretty? It's got blue undertones. Just squeegeeing on, super easy. Getting it on my fingers. And then I always pull off the excess because you don't need excess. Okay, I think that'll do it. I think so. I'm going to set this aside in case I missed any. I keep getting it on my fingers today. Being very messy today. All right, guys, let's see. So here you go. And here we go. And if I've missed any, I will lay it back down, but I think I got everything good. Yes, looks gorgeous. You can't see the stem as well because I did because of the way I did the, I could have done it in gold and left it white and done it that in gold, but so there we go. Isn't that pretty? So that's much more subtle. See how I say when I paint the background, the image itself doesn't pop as much as it would off of the white. But that particular room, I don't have white as my main. I have white woodwork in there, but I wanted it a little more muted. So, isn't that pretty? That's it, guys. All three done. And like I said, you don't have to do anything else to embellish it. It can be perfect just the way it is with those designs right on them. They just make such a wonderful statement. Any color you want. So these two are going to be in one room. They'll be on my mantle. And then this is going to be in another room. But it just shows you how they can look so different. That's, you know, the image, if that had the white background and just that image, it would really, you would see the image so much more defined. But I think they all turned out lovely. And they will stand up on their own as well. You can do them like this as a pairing. Obviously, I wouldn't put that one with these two. I don't really like that much. But isn't that awesome, guys? We've got to come up with some other ways to use it. I'm going to be using this henna pattern. I would love to sit and play with it all day long and just say, oh, how many different ways can we use it? But neither of us have the time for that, right? Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope this inspired you or just entertained you or encouraged you to go out and try something different or think outside the box. Use things in a different way. But I appreciate you letting me come into your world for just a little while and be creative with you. So I hope you have a great rest of your Monday and that you'll come back and join me next time for a fun project. And until I see you then, I hope you'll be blessed, you'll be safe, you'll be healthy. And if you have any comments, any questions, please put it in comments or message me and I'll be glad to help you as much as I can. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Hit that heart button and share for me. We got the giveaway on Friday. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. See you later.